Parikshit Saikia and welcome to another exciting session on the 99 percentile class. I have over 9 years of teaching experience and I teach live on the Unacademy platform. In today's session, I have picked up an amazing time and distance question. Lot of learning, so make sure you watch this entire video. Let's get started. Shanti's school normally finishes at 4 p.m. Her mom drives from home to pick her up, reaching the school exactly at 4 p.m. One day, a half holiday is declared and the school finishes for the day at 1 p.m. Rather than sitting and waiting, Shanti decides to start walking towards home. Her mother meets her along the way, and as a result, they reach home an hour earlier than normal. What is the ratio of Shanti's walking speed to her mother's driving speed? Okay, I strongly recommend that you pause the video, try to solve the question all by yourself, and then play the video, look at the solution, and compare the approach of what I teach you with the way you have done. Yes? Okay. I hope you have paused the video, given it a try. So let's get started. Shanti's school finishes at 4 p.m. and her mother drives from home to pick her up, reaching the school exactly at 4 p.m. Now, I always believe that if you draw the diagram, right, or you take numbers, you draw diagrams, things become easy. So let's try to draw a diagram. Let's try to draw a diagram. Okay. Let's try to draw a diagram. I hope I'm able to draw a straight line. Okay. So you have Shanti, whose school finishes at 4 p.m. and her mom drives from home to pick her up. So let's say this is the home, the left hand side is the home where the mom goes. Okay, mom leaves from home, and let's say the school is out here, and school normally finishes at 4 p.m. School normally finishes at 4 p.m. Mom drives from home to pick her up, reaching the school exactly at 4 p.m. So mom starts from her home in such a way that she reaches the school exactly at 4 p.m. One day, a half holiday is declared and the school finishes for the day at 1 p.m. So what happens? Some specific day, right? Some specific day, what happened? So one day, so let's say one day, the school, you know what, finishes instead of 4 p.m., the school finishes at 1. Rather than sitting and waiting, Shanti decides to start walking towards home. Her mother meets her along the way, and as a result, they reach home an hour earlier than normal. So remember, so 1 p.m., so mother would come and pick her up only at 4 p.m., right? So if the school got over early, the lady, she starts walking home and then she reaches somewhere, and or let's say at this point, let's call this point, let's say P, okay, and let's call the initial point home as A, school as B, okay. So you know what, her mother meets her along the way, so the meeting point is, let's say, P, and as a result, that specific day they reached home 30 minutes early. 30 not 30 minutes, rather it's 60 minutes early, rather it's 60 minutes early, 60 minutes early, correct? Okay, 60 minutes early. Okay. What is the ratio of Shanti's walking speed to her mother's driving speed? Now, these are exactly the type of sums, right, where students often get confused. There's not too much of data if you look at it. It's like a typical CAT question. Few lines, question looks easy at the start. You get started with it. You feel that this are the type of questions you should pick up early. Probably now, no idea how to get going, right? So many a times, it's not necessary to start framing equations. Okay, questions, right? Many questions in the CAT. If you think logically, you can get the answer with minimal writing. Minimal writing. And remember, moment you write, you slow down your speed. So think logically, and probably this is one question where you can get your answer even without writing anything. Now think logically. They reach home 60 minutes early. Now, the next question I ask myself is, why do they reach 60 minutes early? They reach 60 minutes early because you know what? The mother, who was traveling in a car, did not travel the entire distance. Did not travel the entire distance. Which distance the mother did not travel? The mother did not travel the distance PB. Can you see? The mother did not travel the distance PB. Because she did not travel the distance PB, both of them together reached home an hour early. Think about it. If that is the case, can I say the mother must be covering PB, the to and fro distance, right? Going to PB and then returning from PB. This entire length, mother must have been taking 1 hour. Think about logically. They reached home 1 hour early. If you're reaching 1 hour early, my question would be, why did we reach 1 hour early? Because I did not travel the entire distance. Okay. So which distance you did not travel? You did not travel the distance PB. So can I say PB going and coming? It's not just one way. Going and coming, mother takes 1 hour. Going to PB and then PB to BP. Going to PB, going to the school and coming back again to the point P. That distance is taking 1 hour to and fro. So can I say one way it takes 30 minutes? One way it takes 30 minutes. Yes, that would also mean what? You know what? If PB takes 30 minutes, it means the mother reaches the point P at 3:30 p.m. The mother reaches the point P at 3:30 p.m. Someone might have a doubt. So how 3:30? Remember, the mother reaches the school exactly at 4 p.m. So if you're reaching exactly at 4 p.m. and PB takes 30 minutes, so 4 p.m. minus 30 minutes means mother reaches the point P at 3:30 p.m. And remember, remember what? The girl, her child has started walking. The girl child has started walking. So can I say the girl child walked for a total of, remember she started at 1 p.m. and they met at the point P at 3:30 p.m. They met at the point P at 3:30 p.m. and the girl child started from school at 1 p.m. So can I say girl child took 2.5 hours, 2.5 hours to cover the distance? Who took this time? The girl. The girl took 2.5 hours to cover this distance. And you know what? The mother, she only takes 30 minutes to cover this distance. 30 minutes to cover this distance. So it's very simple. What is the ratio of Shanti's walking speed to her mother's speed? So think about it. Girl and the mom. Girl and the mom. So what is the ratio of time taken by the girl and the mom? Ratio of time taken by the girl and the mom. The girl takes 2.5 hours. 2.5 hours is nothing but 150 minutes. To cover the distance PB, remember I have kept PB constant. To cover the distance PB, girl takes 2.5 hours. And the same distance, the mother takes only 30 minutes. So can I say ratio of time taken is 5:1. Ratio of time taken is 5:1. Question is asking ratio of speed. Question is asking ratio of speed. So can I say speed is inversely proportional to time? So if time is 1:5, speed 5:1, speed will be 1:5, and that's your answer. That's your answer. Any doubt in this? It's a brilliant question. Think about it. If you had to frame equations, you would have just started solving equations and still might not have got the answer. So look for scenarios. You're not able to answer yourself. Answer the question. Ask yourself some questions like we did. So they said, the question said 60 minutes early. And my question was, why did they reach 60 minutes early? And the obvious answer was the mother did not travel the entire distance. Oh, did not travel the entire distance? And there lied the clue from where we started the solution. Right? So not much of equations. It was just about observations. It was like a story. If you're able to follow the story, I think you would have got the answer within seconds. And yes, you know what? That's what I teach you on Unacademy Plus. A lot of questions with no equations. Remember, equations makes it boring. Equation makes it tough. So if you have Unacademy Plus, make sure that you join me live. And if you're joining me live, you're going to learn a lot of unconventional ways of solving Quant's questions. Thank you, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'm going to see you in my next video. Thank you and happy learning.